Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy, innkeeper at Old Square Inn in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania, in beautiful Lancaster County. Thank you, Yvonne, for having me here today.
Oh, Nancy, it's my pleasure. Thank you. So, Nancy, I want to ask you just a few questions.
Sure.
The first question is, what was your life and your business like before you started working with us?
Well, you might even be familiar with this a little bit. You have the OTAs and you get a little bit angry that they're taking so much of the money that you're trying to earn. Or it's a Tuesday and you look at your calendar and you say, I only have two rooms booked for the weekend. Or worse, it's Thursday and you're like, where is everybody? I
Mm.
wanted to be able to have control over that. And I didn't want that anxiety anymore.
Yeah, I am very familiar with that. So
Yes.
what can you just thinking back to when you did start working with us, what was the thing that prompted you to jump into our program?
Well, if you remember, I didn't jump in right away.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yes, I had worked with other business coaches and learned some good things from them. So you and I had a conversation. And at that point, I just wasn't quite ready. So I tried to take some of the things that I had learned and that I had heard and put into practice. And it wasn't happening as quickly as I wanted it to happen. So then I called you again and we were ready to go.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
And sometimes that happens, right? You just have to find the right moment.
That's exactly right. And
Mm,
a program like this is you you have to think of it as a college course in a way. It's an investment in your business, it's an investment in your future, it's an investment in your life.
mm. Yeah, great. So can you tell us what were the key takeaways that you got from working with us in our program that have positively affected your life and your business?
All right. Well, I want to say one thing first that, again, I've worked with other business coaches, but what I really like about this program is you're not just a coach, you're a bed and breakfast coach. So everything that you're teaching applies directly to our businesses. The other thing I like about this program is that you're always available and you have experts available. Um, in the past, we weren't allowed to call our coach unless it was our time to speak with the coach. But what I really liked was that we could contact you anytime. You would get in touch with us in a timely manner. And there were always people to help us. We were never just on our own with that. Um, but some of the other things that really hit home was that marketing is a continual kind of thing. So it's like you never clean out your refrigerator once and you're done. You do it continually, just like marketing. And by marketing, I don't mean just blasting yourself out there, but building a relationship with your guests. And that's part of your program. And that's one of the things you really taught us to do. And one of the things that you really stressed. And that's so important. People like to hear from you. People like to know what's happening in your life. They like to know what's going on at the inn. And you had a system in place for us to be able to do that and meet with our guests in print or online, in person. But that was a key thing right there. The other thing that I really liked, I was excited about doing the free guide. Actually, I had to take my guide down because I'm updating it. So I'm eager to put that up again. And I also liked that at the end of the program, we even talked about other avenues of revenue. So I like being able to relax with my inn. I like that, you talk about assigning menial jobs or putting out menial jobs for other people, um, because you don't work in your business, you're working on your business, and you need to be able to enjoy it and enjoy your life and enjoy your friends and family as well. So those were some of the big things. Um, I also liked that we were a community. There are a lot of people who were working on the program the same time I was working on the program. So they knew exactly what we were looking for. You know, you had somebody else to bounce ideas off of as well. And that was very important to me. The other thing as a teacher that was important to me is that there are a lot of modalities of learning. So I'm not just a hands-on video person. I need to see some things in writing. I need to talk to somebody. I need to practice something. I need to do it over and over again. And there were a lot of opportunities to be able to do that and to be able to find the best way for me to learn within the program as well. And one more thing, and then I'm good. You also need to know that when you come into this kind of program, be ready, because there is work involved. You don't buy a cookbook and you're automatically a great cook. You have to put the work into this. And again, you always had support for everybody in the program, but there is a lot of work. And if you put in the work, it's going to pay off for you.
Right. Yeah. That's great. I'm glad you got so many key takeaways. That's brilliant.
So many key takeaways. And the other thing is, as a coaching client, we still have access to everything in the program. And in fact, I just went back to that the other day to see how to put a video on my website. So there is still that help as well.
Yeah. And can you add any particular results that you'd like to share?
Sure. I went from 7 rooms to 5. That lessened my workload. I am charging more for each of my rooms. I am sending out my laundry, so I have some more time for myself. We've published a cookbook. We published the free guide. And last year, that was when we just got out of the program, we saw a great increase in bookings, and they weren't bookings from the OTAs. I cut loose. I was on with Booking and one of the others, cut those loose. Now, they do have their place. And I keep those kind of on the side, but our bookings now are organic bookings with fewer from the other guys.
That's good news, isn't it? That's wonderful.
It's fabulous news.
Yeah. Because as you say, you know, this is like an investment in your business and your life, and your life is important. Your quality of life is important.
Yes, that's exactly it. The quality of your life is important. You don't want to be filled with anxiety. You don't want to be running around like a nut, taking care of everything in the background. You want to be able to run this, be proud of it, enjoy it, and know you've got somebody in your corner to help you along with it.
Yeah. What would you say, Nancy, to someone watching this right now who's wondering, well, I don't know, will it work for me? I'm hesitating. What would you say?
That's okay if you don't know, because I didn't know in the beginning either. Like I said, I made the first call and we chatted, and I just wasn't ready to do it. But then, I went and tried a few things on my own and thought, this is getting nowhere. So we talked again, and that you've got nothing to lose by making that call and seeing if it is for you.
Because it isn't for everybody, right?
It isn't for everybody, but that's why it works out for the people who are in it.
Yeah.
Because it's a very specific program for people who are trying to grow their business, who want to have pleasure in their business, who want to see earnings in their business. And it's specific to our industry. And the other thing is, as just like a recipe and a cookbook, you do everything according to the recipe first, just like with the course modules in the coursework. And then you change it to suit what you need.
Right.
So even as we went through some of the things, I saw that what worked for my business, what I wanted to tweak, and you were always there to help with that as well.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that we kind of emphasize is that these are principles, right? And it's up to
Exactly.
you to hang your business on these principles in a way that works for you, because we're all different and we're all got different situations. But the principles are timeless and they are constant. And if you stick by the principles, you won't go wrong.
That's exactly right. They are
That's
time.
wonderful.
Yes.
Thanks, Nancy. Anything else you'd like to add?
You won't be sorry for joining this program. It's just, it's lifelong learning, and it's basic, wonderful principles, and you've got somebody in your corner to help you every step of the way.
Wonderful. Where can we find you? What's your website?
We are at oldsquareinn.com. And again, I'm Nancy from Old Square Inn in Lancaster County in Pennsylvania. Thanks so much, Yvonne, for having me with you today.
Thank you, Nancy. That's fantastic. Bye for now.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.